Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. I have shared a
Morning, ma'am.
link. Please log into Peer Deck. Please log into Peer Deck. If there is any issue, the code is okay. I'll just share my slide only. Okay. You can see the code. If you face any difficulty in joining through the link, then go to joinpd.com or peerdeck.com and use this code WZEVIT. I hope nobody has any doubt from the first module. Communication, process, barriers, principles, types. How many students are connected? Okay, I can see 31 students, only 22 seem to have connected to Peer Deck. Are you facing any problem in joining Peer Deck? With 30 students joined in, I will begin the class. The others, please continue joining Peer Deck because one or two activities you will be able to do only through Peer Deck. Students who've joined in just now, please join Peer Deck. I have shared the link. So I think we are good to go now. So we're beginning with the next module now, that is communication for team building and leadership. We've already covered the module dealing with what is communication, importance of communication, what are the different aspects of communication, what barriers we encounter in communication, how we can try and minimize the noise that we face in the process of communicating with the environment around us, right? So now we are going to deal with this module that deals with, as a leader, as a team, what are the different aspects that you need to bear in mind as a communicator, right? So let us begin with your understanding of what do you already know about the topic. So you can see the prompt in front of you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can see the prompt. So please write down or draw or whatever comes into your mind regarding today's topic. That is team building and leadership communication.
Ma'am, I am not able to join peer deck. Ma'am, you are muted.
I'm so sorry. So go to the browser, type joinpd.com or peer deck, right? And then try to log in from there. Maybe if the link is not functioning for you.
Ma'am, what's the code?
Wait a moment. This is the code. Can you see the code? Top right corner. WZEVIT. Very interesting. That's another interesting, diagram that we have. So whosoever it is, you're going to explain it. Connection, respect. Yes, that's important. Teamwork, team unity. Effective communication, consideration. Yes. Thinking about the benefit of the team instead of a single individual. Division of labor, effective use of resources. Spelling mistakes here. Team building makes team complete and creates awareness among team members. Okay, this is not properly visible. Team building makes, okay. Then leader should be encouraging and willing to listen. Listening skills, that's going to be one of the subtopics. We'll deal just a dot. Okay, you're going to explain this dot. Okay, yeah. Quality of the leader, how to manage the team activity, motivating and inspiring the team. Yes. More influencing. Okay. Overcome problems as a team, can improve relations. Respect seems to be reigning supreme. Okay. So that gives me another opportunity to take your poll. It requires good coordination. That's interesting. My way. Okay. Very good. Okay, these two slides are vacant. Nothing is written here. I do not know why. Disciplined, supportive. Yes. Good, Ricky. Yes. Understanding. GD unity. What's GD over here? Group discussion. Unity. Okay. Yes, it's about getting along. Someone who's got our back. Good listener, motivating. Okay, I'm waiting for you to complete your thought here. Needs to act like a leader and not a boss. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. You people already understand the difference between a leader and a boss. Deleted response, do not know who. At the moment, but if I made you your responses, I'll be able to see who are the people who have given their responses. I'll expect others also to put in their responses. It'll be really good. Okay, so whose diagram is this? Please, can you explain it? What are you trying to say?
Yes, ma'am, it's mine.
Yeah, so please, can you explain what you're trying to say through this?
Ma'am, through the first one, I'm trying to say that the whole team needs to work together and adjust according to each other, keeping each other in mind to reach their goal.
Okay.
So they require a good coordination. And in the second one, I'm talking about the leader. Like if the leader thinks he knows the best and he tries to he tries to do things his way, which may be the right and does not take his team's opinions.
Hmm.
it might not work out for anyone in the end. So
Hmm.
he should instead work together in the group,
Hmm.
and instead of trying to lead the team, he should be a part of the
Part.
team and do the best from the within.
Very good. Very interesting depiction. Good. And there was another diagram also, I believe, somewhere. Yes. Can you explain this? It's the crown that has become more interesting for me. Who's made this diagram? Yes?
Yes, from me, from Sahil.
Okay, yeah, please explain it. You people, whenever you put in your responses, you should write your names also. Yes, otherwise,
Okay.
I do get to know the names, but it's like at the end of the class when I start going through the responses or decide to mail you the responses. Yes, Sahil.
Yes, ma'am, my diagram is depicting like a leader is which combine or consist of everyone which different with different perspective and with um, different knowledge. And I have drawn the crown over the leader because he is the one who is representing his team, or the one uh, who is more uh, uh, the more
Into the
skilled.
limelight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. That's also very interesting. So you people, in 3 words, the student has explained it's like not we, it's we and not me, right? Let me see if there's anything else that needs to be explained. This GD, I would like somebody, whosoever has written a unit is understandable, but what is GD? Group discussion, group decision, what? A person is not born a leader, but he is made one. Interesting. This is a very, very interesting group discussion topic. Do you agree? Are leaders made or are leaders born? Yes, class.
Made.
Are leaders
I'm made.
made or are leaders born?
I'm made.
I'm both.
Both?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, think.
I'm made.
Sometimes born.
Sometimes born. Okay.
Depends on the situation.
Depends upon the situation. Okay.
Ma'am, they change their self with the situation.
They change themselves with the situation. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. We'll have a discussion on this when we conduct the class GD. So let me just share one clipping with you. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it pod live?
Oh no! I'm lost! Where's the light? It just went away. What do I do? Help! We'll be stuck here forever.
Do not panic! Do not panic! We are trained professionals! Now stay calm. We are going around the leaf.
Around the leaf? I don't think we can do that.
Oh, nonsense. This is nothing compared to the twig of 93. That's it. That's it. Good. You're doing great. There you go. There you go. Watch my eyes. Don't look away. And here's the line again.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Soil.
Good job, everybody.
Oh my, there's quite a gap, Mr. Soil. Shouldn't we tell the Queen?
I don't think we need to involve the Queen in this. She's got enough on her plate already. Training her daughter.
Oh yes, Princess Ada, the poor dear.
Okay, so a very short clip this was, but what did you observe here?
As a leader, you must gain the trust of the people you are working with in order to convince them.
Okay, yes, very right, very true. What else? Yes, Divyam?
Ma'am, a leader must guide the people who is leading through their insecurities.
Yeah, very true, very right. Yes, yes, Aditya?
As a leader, we should first keep our calm and keep everyone calm.
Yeah, very important, very important. You need to keep your cool so that you can take care of the anxiety of your team members, right? Very nice. Anything else that anybody may have observed or would like to share?
I mean the
Yes,
absence. I mean the absence of the seniors. One who have the qualities like that, he can also become a leader.
Right, true. Yes, Aditya?
Ma'am, as a leader, you should understand the team's strength and weakness and accordingly manage team activities and ensure to strengthen the strong part and minimize the weak section.
Very good. Yes, Aditya?
Ma'am, it's not required to tell everything to the boss, every small thing to the boss, and the leader can manage these type of things.
Yeah, you know, the queen, you know, like the ant, the leader in this case rightfully said, oh, we didn't need not bother the queen. That, you know, sometimes you have to handle it yourself. Everything need not be escalated to the topmost levels. So that shows your capability, your confidence in your own potential also. Yes, Parth, very interesting observation. Good.
Must know the weaknesses of his team.
Yes, must know the weaknesses of the team. Good. And not highlight the weaknesses, but work around turning those weaknesses into strength without belittling the other individual. That is very important. You know, as a leader, you need to understand that you should not belittle the other person who's working with you, so that, you know, because the moment we are made to feel small, the moment we are made to feel lacking in something, so that feeling sometimes sinks deeper than the advice given by the other person that how you can overcome it. Because once you've done the damage by belittling the other person, by demotivating the other person, because see, two types of feedback function. One is a negative feedback, the other one is a positive feedback. With some people, it is the positive reinforcement that works. You encourage them and they'll do better. Sometimes the negative feedback works with certain people, and this number is very less, wherein you criticize them or you belittle them and they take it as a challenge. Right? These people are, you know, they are very different. They are a league apart from others who take the negative feedback thrown at them as a challenge, and they truly have that leadership quality within them. Fine. So coming to our discussion about how you people have very nicely explained what do you think is a team, what do you think, who do you think is a leader. So when we talk about group communication, you know, when we team building and leadership, they are aspects of not one-to-one, it is an aspect of group communication, both team building and leadership. We can grow from a team member to the leadership through our skills or through direct appointment. What do you mean by this? That you can rise to the position that of a leader from the position of a team member through skill set or direct appointment. What do you mean by this?
If you are good at managing people with all the skills that we have mentioned till now, then you got the skills to be a leader, then you will be appointed as a leader. But if there is a sudden vacancy and there needs to be a leader, then the person most capable amongst the group will be selected as the leader.
Be selected as a leader. So there can be two situations. Either your skills get noticed and you're given a leadership role, or there is a direct appointment, like you just gave an example that there is a vacancy and you are given that leadership position. Either you gradually rise or you directly gain that leadership position. And for being a team member, for being the team and for being the leader, your communication skills are very, very, very important. Like I have been emphasizing for all this, so many classes that have taken place, that there can be no substitute to effective communication skills. You can tide over any difficulty, you can tide over any situation if you know how to communicate well, because sometimes it is more about communicating the situation, explaining the situation, explaining the problem, explaining the solution, more than what the problem is. So your communication skill set is very, very important. And like you people rightly mentioned over there, most of you were talking about listening skills. It is about being a leader, and being a team member is about being a good listener. It is about having good understanding. Two words which I found highlighted in the responses that you had given: being a good listener and having that empathy, having that consideration. One of the students had mentioned the word consideration, that empathy, you know, that empathetic, you can say emotional intelligence is one of the most sought after qualities that people look in a leader. Why? There was this article I read by Ratan Tata where that, you know, nowadays in managers, we are looking for higher level of emotional or empathy quotient. Why so?
Because the leader will able to understand the team much better and work out their weaknesses in order for the most effective work by the team.
What happens if the leader concerned is not?
And we can take the example of Hitler, who was not having any empathy, but he was a good orator.
But he was a good orator. Okay, I've often heard, you know, whenever this discussion begins about leaders, so Hitler is somebody who's very popular. Okay, yes, Yash.
Ma'am, nowadays, according to the research that you were talking about, they said that if someone wants to be the big personality nowadays, like Tim Cook or or like any big CEO or anything, they need to have a high EQ. But
yes,
ma'am, when we see Mark Zuckerberg, I don't think he has a high EQ. Like even when he created Face Smash before Facebook. So I don't think he was thinking about other people's feelings when he was rating other people on his site.
No, okay, but it's about the employees, no?
Ma'am, but okay.
How you dealing with the people? How you dealing with your own team?
Ma'am, but
and you really do not know how he's actually dealing with the own team.
Ma'am, if you see the movie Social Network, that's the biopic. In that you can see he kicked out the main partner of his company. So I don't think that was a good way to treat his like main employee, the main stakeholder.
Yes, of course. But then, see, the fact that you are presenting Zuckerberg as not a very inspiring leader, it shows that, you know, what kind of an impression then you leave behind you.
Yes.
Isn't it? So
yes,
what kind of a leader do you want to be?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So the manner in which you are discussing Zuckerberg, it itself, you know, speaks volumes of the way you communicate, the way you conduct yourself, will leave an image, will leave an impression on the people around you.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Yes, Vihan.
Ma'am, especially today's current climate, mental health has become a much more serious issue amongst people, especially people between the ages of 15 to 25. And since most employees in most companies constitute of approximately the range of 20 to 30, a large percentage of them will be affected by mental health, which is why it's probably important that the person who oversees them has a certain high level of EQ so they have a better understanding of exactly what the employees are going through.
Yes, that's very true. That this is exactly the reason why we need a very, very understanding individual as our leader, because the mental health issue that I will be showing you, not now, but maybe in the subsequent classes, a video on that also, that a leader is an individual who is able to understand what is going on in the lives of the people working with him, so that he or she can exactly determine how to deal with the person concerned. I'll share this example with you. I'm forgetting the name at the moment, but there is this diamond merchant. He's been in news also, and there's a former colleague of mine. She also did a case study. She also wrote a case study on the functioning of their entire enterprise. I think 2-3 years ago, he was in the news that for Diwali, he had gifted his employees cars. I've forgotten his name. I think if you will Google, you will find out the information about him. And there is a very, very peculiar way in which that organization works. He has tremendous faith. He has tremendous trust in his employees. After all, it's the diamond industry, and they keep a check. They keep a tab on the mental health of each and every employee, whatsoever be the level of of the hierarchy that particular individual is occupying. So they have cameras installed. They have the softwares that determine, they give these employees their self check test or certain questionnaires, so that they can assess how their employees are doing, because the owner believes that if my employees are happy and satisfied, they will be able to deliver their best. And because of this happiness and satisfaction quotient survey that they conduct, and they keep a tab on each of the employees, they determine what kind of Diwali gift is required by this set of employees or that set of employees. So the Diwali gift given to them is like not a box of sweets alone. It is something that will fulfill the requirement of and the needs of their employees, so that they can be stress-free, they can be tension-free, and then contribute their 100% to the success of their organization. Now you just imagine, with this kind of a mindset that a management has, what will be the satisfaction level of the people working in that organization? Because the gentleman believes that if my employee is dissatisfied at the home front, some problem at the monetary level, personal level, then that person will not be able to perform well in the office. Right? So you have examples around you. Somebody had raised the hand. Sorry, I missed it out during the discussion. Was it just Vihan, you want to add something, or somebody else? Was it you, Aditya?
I forgot to lower my hand, sorry.
No problem. Somebody had raised the hand, maybe wanted to highlight a point or so. So if you search about this individual, you will get this information. So very interesting system, how they monitor their employees, and they ensure that yes, their employees, they are happy, they are satisfied. So this is something that nowadays the EQ level, high EQ level, is being sought after in the leaders, in the bosses, in the managers, so that they can understand their employees, so that between the team and the leader there is that no lag in communication. There is that very fruitful symbiotic relationship. It is about building confidence. It is about inspiring trust. It's just a play of words. What do you mean by inspiring trust? Inspire trust in the team or in the people around us? What do you mean by inspiring trust? See, there is a difference. We could have even said that it is about generating trust, creating trust. But the word inspiring trust or to inspire trust, it has a different connotation altogether.
Ma'am, if we talk about in company level, I think job security. Making sure that employees know that their job is secure.
Okay, okay, that's one. That's one. Anybody else? Yes,
I
anybody
think
else?
inspiring trust would be leading by example, like
Yes,
showing that them that you can trust me instead of just saying, yeah, you can trust me.
yes, exactly. It is about showing than simply explaining. It is about leading by example. You you don't tell the people trust me, but you make them feel that yes, I can repose my faith and my trust in this individual, right? It's about leading and following, which is very, very important. Should a leader be a follower also, or a leader has to be a leader only?
Ma'am, he should be a follower also.
A leader should be a follower also, because you are just first among the equals. You are part of the team that has been created. Like when we talk about our cabinet, prime minister is first among the equals. What do you mean by first among the equals? This is a terminology, this is a phrase which is used to define the cabinet. In a cabinet, the prime minister is first among the equals. What do you mean by that?
Person who has the highest status. I mean, like, whosoever has the highest status is that person.
Can you be a little loud and clear?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Ma'am, the person who has the highest status, like, he's at the top of the people
Okay.
among him.
Okay, that's one. Yes, anybody else has any different interpretation? When we
Ma'am,
say
who understands better the member? The leader should understand the better.
first among the equals, okay. Yes, Parth?
His decision is taken over the other decisions. His decision has basically more power than, let's say, 5 other members of the same
Veto
team.
power.
Veto power. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay, yes, Aditya.
I'm like in the cabinet, he is considered equal. He should be considered, I will not say is, but he should be considered equal to the others. But when there is a question of decision, his opinion should be placed at number one.
That's exactly what it means. First among the equals, that prime minister is not is equal to the other cabinet members, but on a slightly higher position in the by virtue of being the prime minister. Is it clear? First among the
like
equals. Then he
19-20
comes
का
in
फर्क.
line first. That's it. Yes.
मैम like 19-20 का फर्क जो कहते हैं.
Yes, 19-20 का जो फर्क कहते हैं. That's it. It's just about holding a first position. It's like you all are in a team, you're standing in a row, and there is somebody standing before you, the first one, right? Otherwise, all the members in that cabinet, because he's part of the cabinet, he's not above the cabinet, right? And that is a team. That cabinet is a team. And another thing that is said about the cabinet is that the members of a cabinet, they sink and swim together. And this cabinet includes the prime minister, includes the leader. So the leader is a part of the team, right? So you cannot dissociate yourself from the team and work, because this kind of a team will always have some kind of dissatisfaction within it. So let us begin our discussion with what do you understand by teamwork? You can see the highlighted words. I just want you people to go through these words and explain these one by one. Let us begin with the first one. Teams are a form of group for production or problem solving. Is there any difference between a team and a group? Just one line difference if you have to differentiate between the two.
Ma'am, the slides are not visible.
The slide is not visible to everyone?
Notice, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is visible.
It is visible,
Ma'am, it's not. No, it's not.
Ma'am, it is visible in Peer Deck, but not on Teams.
Okay,
Ma'am,
it's not. So you log into Peer Deck. Why are you not logged into Peer Deck? Why are you, when I've asked you to be logged into Peer Deck, why are you not logged into Peer Deck? Now is it visible? From next time, I will stop sharing my slide like this then, if you're not logged into Peer Deck. So form of a group. What is the difference between a team and a group?
Ma'am, the group including peoples may have different perspectives and opinions, whereas in the teams, the individual somehow different from others, but not totally.
Okay, can you clarify this point? It's not, the difference is not coming out very clearly. Yes, Vihan?
Ma'am, a team is generally created to fulfill a certain purpose. It could either be, I don't know, for a project or something.
Anything, yes, there is a purpose, there is a goal.
A group is just a collection of people to satisfy any sort of criteria.
Criteria, very good. Yes, Divyam?
Ma'am, maybe a team has a leader, a group doesn't. Can
Group may or may not have, but a team will definitely have a leader. Either selected or somebody will automatically assume that position. Aryaman?
Ma'am, people in the group may or may not be independent, but while in a team, they are all interdependent on each other. Ma'am, they in a group, they might or might not share a goal, but in a team, they definitely share a goal.
Wonderfully explained, very nicely explained. So that's exactly the difference between a team and a group. So team is a kind of a group, but then it has a task at hand. It has a very common goal and a purpose to fulfill, right? They achieve higher levels of performance than individuals. What do you mean by this point?
I mean, team has different people which are specialized in different tasks, so they naturally achieve more than an individual which is perhaps good at one task or maybe two.
Okay, that is one perspective, right? Yes, anybody else? Yeah, yes, Aditya?
And when they work together, then their combined qualities result in a better or an efficient goal achievement.
Yes, very true. Yes, Bihan? I think you've forgotten to bring the hand down, I believe. If you ever want to observe teamwork, no problem. If you ever want to observe teamwork, observe the ants at work. Have you ever? Maybe as a kid, have you ever observed? That is why, you know, whenever we talk about leadership, when we talk about teamwork, you will often find videos based on the ants. Right? And if you haven't paid attention, please pay attention. I really love at times, you know, just observing these ants, you know, or, you know, putting a hurdle somewhere and how they connect with each other and how they overcome that. You know, I'll just put a page or a paper or a pencil in that path, and how do they overcome that obstacle, the kind of teamwork that they depict. It's simply, it's commendable, right? So if you really want to, yes.
Ma'am, I have an example. In our hilly areas, we make moat around a utensil to protect it from ants coming in. So it's basically water, it's kept in a water vessel so that ants cannot swim and come to the utensil. So ma'am, once my uncle saw that some of the ants died in the water and made a bridge for the other ants to come into the utensil and take the food.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This happened in Almoda. My uncle saw it.
Okay, okay. See, what a wonderful example, you know, you have given. And thanks for sharing this example. I will be using this example in my other classes. What a wonderful example. So see, it's about, what does this act of the ants show? As what quality of the team?
Domination.
Domination? How do you justify domination?
Determination.
To reach the goal at any cost.
Determination to reach the goal at any cost, and
Yes, ma'am.
and what else?
Taking one for the team.
Dedication.
Dedication, yes, of course. What else?
I'm taking one for the team.
Taking on? Aditya, can you please repeat?
I'm taking one for the team.
Yes, very true. It's about sacrifice. It's about giving away your personal interest. It's about sacrificing. So many movies that you watch, and you must have seen that, you know, how people sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Okay, I'll give you the example of this movie, Chak De India. I think most of you must have watched this movie, Chak De India, or there are other so many Hollywood movies that you must have watched. So this is one example that, you know, towards the end, I've forgotten the name of this girl who was, you know, the youngest in the team. How she and another they wouldn't pass the ball to each other, because it was at one point, instead of teamwork, it became their self-interest that who's going to hit the maximum goals. Do you remember that particular scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Preeti
Right?
and someone Haryani.
Yes, yes, right. And you know,
Chotala.
consistently the senior what's her name, Sagarika, I think Sagarika was the name of that actress. She keeps on telling her in one of the games that pass the ball, but she's so into this that no, I have to hit the goal, and then ultimately towards the end she passes the ball to Sagarika. So, you know, if you want to learn the lessons, it is about when you're working in a team, you have to rise above self-interest. You have to rise above, like somebody had rightly written, from me to we. It is a progression from me to we. And it is not an easy progression, because it entails sacrifice. It entails overcome that that ego. There is a difference between self-respect and ego, right? So you need to overcome that and then think about the larger good of the team, that how the team stands to benefit. Sometimes if we have to take you know, a step backwards for the benefit of the team, right? So collaboration can produce motivation and creativity. Motivation and creativity are very, very important in a team. When we collaborate, what happens? We end up brainstorming. When we brainstorm, what is the meaning of brainstorming? What do you understand by this term?
Loading the brain with ideas.
Sorry?
And finding solutions to the problems which are
Thinking hard on a
unsolved.
specific problem to find solution.
Yes.
Loading
So
brain with ideas.
yes, very right. Good. All of you are very right in your interpretation. It's about generating ideas. When all of you get together, and like when I will be giving you topics for the group discussion, what will happen? All of you will come up with your own viewpoint, with your own suggestions, with your own ideas. Or when, I'm sure you must have divided yourself into groups and started thinking about which topic we have to give the presentation on. So that stage when you're thinking, when you're deciding, when you're collaborating with each other, that is brainstorming. That stage where ideas trigger ideas, right? So it is and it is only when we come together, when we collaborate with each other, that it motivates us. Sometimes you're very dejected, sometimes you're very disappointed, sometimes you're too shattered to think that there can be a solution to a problem. But when somebody comes over, discusses that same issue with you, so it gives you some hope. It ignites that sparks that will inside you, that you know, that self faith, self confidence. No, we can tide over this situation. So collaboration, it ignites motivation, and it also kind of, you can say, lifts the mental blocks that we have and ignites our creative sides. We think out of the box. When we sit together, we collaborate, when we discuss, we are able to overcome many of our mental blocks because of the different perspectives that we come across, right? Then how do you define sense of belonging to the group? When we talk about team, when we talk about teamwork, this is all what is teamwork all about. How do you define sense of belonging? What is sense of belonging?
The ideas are heard by the team, and they consider their ideas also.
Yes, Parth, what do they consider their ideas?
They also consider their ideas while taking decisions.
Okay, okay. Yes, Aditya?
Ma'am, they feel for something pride that we belong to this group. And like we feel proud to be like Indians, and they feel proud to be of that group, special
Of
that belonging.
Yes, that feeling of yes. Yes, Vansh.
Maybe after they have spent some time or tasks with done some tasks with the group, they get the feeling whether they can be a part of this more or not.
They get the feeling that they can be a part of this.
No.
Can you just rephrase? Yeah.
I will rethink it once.
Okay, okay, no problem. So it is about that sense of belonging, means that you feel a part of that particular group, of that particular team, you feel associated with it. Whatever happens in that team, whatever happens to that team, it starts having an effect on you. You take the ownership of that team, of the decisions in the team, of the goal that particular team has to achieve. That goal becomes your own passion also, that no, we have to work together, we have to achieve this particular goal. So the range of views and the diversity that you've already discussed, it energizes the process of decision making. Energizes because ideas, like I said, they trigger ideas. So we have that we get that kick, that very significant kick. We are all excited, we are all energized to work towards achieving that group goal, right? So what do you understand by stalemate? What is a stalemate? Addresses creative blocks and stalemates. Teamwork addresses creative blocks and stalemates. What is creative blocks? You understand, when you are not able to think differently or out of the box. What is the situation of stalemate?
Stalemates are when it's usually between either two or more people, and it's when no one can do anything because of everyone else.
Yes, right. So stalemate is a situation where you are not able to take any decisive move, not able to make any decisive move. The term comes from chess. Stalemate, where the two teams are members, they are making moves which cannot yield any result. It is a deadlock. It is a dead end. That is a stalemate. It is the opposite of checkmate, right? So when you are in a position where there is no breakthrough coming, so that such kind of stalemates can be broken by teamwork, right? And calling upon each member's area of contribution in decision making produces positive results. How do you explain this particular aspect of teamwork? This is the most important aspect of teamwork. I'm not left with time, otherwise I had a video for this particular point, but yes. What do you mean by calling upon each member's area of contribution?
Ma'am, it makes people feel valued when you bring up their exact contribution and make them feel like they're an important part of the group, so it can produce positive results.
Yeah, that's a very important part behind that. You make people important, significant. But how do you do that?
Ma'am, by analyzing their strong points and using them in that.
Yes. A team cannot be successful if the team members are allocated tasks beyond their expertise. Of course, it is the responsibility of the leader to bring you out of your comfort zone and make you explore other areas and arenas, but when you're working in a team, it is always good that the task that is assigned to the different team members are as per their area of expertise. And when you take care of that, the contribution of the team will be to the optimum. You take this recent example of this particular movie, Mission Mangal. You want to really understand what is teamwork and how to bring together a team, work together on that mission. You have examples around you. When you watch movies, when you watch programs, you must keep all these points in your mind and observe the movie, observe the characters from the viewpoint of communicators, from the viewpoint of what the topics that are being discussed in the class. Trust me, it will ignite a deeper interest in that particular character or in that particular show. The examples, if I'm quoting from the movies, because I have observed, I have watched these movies not from the viewpoint of, just okay, from the purpose of entertainment, but from the purpose of implementation of what I've read in the books and trying to find it in the real life situations also. So when you build up this connection, your understanding goes deeper, right? So it's time, and we'll continue our discussion on team and leadership tomorrow. So till that time, please come up with your observations, come up with your viewpoints, and we'll continue our discussion. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead.